a tank, but what he brings to the table doesn't make sense.
Someone.
Okay, sure, but then there's still stronger.
Out to jump in to game 2 of this one. Again, it's the last match for today. Wildcard day 3 here. Alpha 7 is inching closer to get to the next stage. KOG, they need to go ahead and win this to get to extend the series. I know what you're seeing on there. It's a little mixed up, but hey, here we are in the land of Dawn.
Yep, here we are. I do really want to see how this Barats is going to work, right? Now they've got like much better to engage and disengage tools on their side, making it a little tougher for best player 1 to really start taking advantage. But here's the thing. The big problem with Barats is those stacks, right? The bigger you get, the more stacks you technically have, and you have to maintain it throughout the course of the game. Once you lose those stacks, I don't know, man. It feels like it's a downward trajectory for the most part.
Yeah. Again, taking a look at the emblems here. While there's a bit of action in the mid, they're just going to clear that out. Nothing too, nothing crazy. Obviously, you still have some tankiness there, that tenacity for Nats. I think this game is going to be very different for him instead of having that Alice, right? There's still value that obviously the Uranus can bring, whether he's just kind of cutting the waves, pushing things off, but also he's just a bulwark for the team right now. So that alleviates some of the pressure for Shark. And then, of course, you can supplement it with Zia there and just allowing to best player to have that space to work with. Cold World, same thing like we saw him on the Gordon in the last game.
Yep, he's got to be, Cold World especially, he's going to be the key to this. He's the main anchor for the team. In the previous, there were moments where he's forcefully, ejected from the formation. I want to see how KOG is going to try and disrupt that, because they got close, but A7 just had the better counter response each and every time, just mechanically forcing their way through, and also punishing the overextensions.
Yep. Again, just for a side note, if you guys are just joining us here, it's Alpha 7 that has the win for the last one. I know you see the little triangle there, but first Turtle.
Oh, and Turtle falls into best player 1's hands. Best player trying to get on out of there, but unfortunately, 33 is making his life difficult. Flickers on top of him, but the Traceless is good. Best player is doing his best, but the Gleam is allowing 33 to stick on top of him. While this is all happening in the backline, Decay Zed alongside would now end up dying. Zed can still clean this up. He's got the damage, and 33 will try his best, but unfortunately, Zed does get hit by the projectile. Loses just a bit of DPS.
Yeah, it was a good attempt there, but, KOG ends up losing 3 bodies plus the Turtle over. You could see just how this composition could work, though, right? There's a lot of tankiness, there's a lot of durability to it, and mobility. That's one thing that they can take advantage of, and eventually, once Payan's online on the Harith, this is a reason why they go ahead and prioritize this for him. He's able to pump out a lot of damage. The problem is right now, they just don't have that just yet. Looking at this Turtle is very quick. BP1 gets in there, secures that. Nath zones out the members once again. Zed doesn't really have a choice to join towards this fight because you have a Mystic Gush, you have Nath zoning you out, and the rest of the team just collapses down.
Yeah, I think unless they have a way to disrupt Cold World's position or get some early ult out of Shark, it's pretty unwinnable, right? Or is this just my assumption? Because I feel like KZen walking into there tries to go for the Daytona's welcome. Unless you're hitting BP1 or Cold World, everybody else just doesn't feel worth it.
Might be one of those cases where it's just like, eventually he's going to land that Daytona's welcome right on the right target. That could change the course of a team fight, essentially. Little pull in here with the I'm Offended. Pay it.
Oh, okay. Zia, now 1v3 here. Really, he knows he's dead. He's not even going to try. No point trying at this point, but the rest of his team is there to look for maybe a turnaround. Shark tries. Fatal Links through. Gush is close, but not close enough. Best player 1. Able to secure it at the very end, and of course, that 1 kill gets him the Sky Piercer.
Yeah. He's able to get it just on the edge of the Mystic Gush, man. Turtle's up. After that exchange, Nas will go ahead and bully Nile out here. Payan's going to go for this reset. We'll see Alpha 7 get in position.
That's how you play EXP.
Yeah, that's how you play EXP.
Ruining people's days.
You can't go back.
No, you're not allowed. I'm the one who shuts the door.
Yep.
Oh, this one's dangerous, but Nats, he doesn't care. He knows that as long as Nile is there,
oh man,
KZen ain't even gonna bother. But now he is attracting a lot of attention. Shark could potentially get him out of here. They know they don't have the Daytona's welcome for the time being, but here comes Turtlebolt thinking about it. 33 trying to slow down, gets underneath this turret. What a disengage.
Yeah, this whole time too, Naf's just playing his own game, Just annoying KOG, blocking him off. from the rest of the team, from the rest of the objectives. And that's a problem. This is what we usually see and why the Uranus was such a cornerstone pick in the XP lane before. He might have fallen off a little bit, but he still essentially does the same thing. You know, and so even if you have 33 jumping into these fights with the Gleam, trying to get the Throne of Ruin off, if no one can join you because Nath's just zoning them out, that's going to be a big problem.
Yep, quite a big problem. I am curious about the itemization, though. Are we expecting our tanks to straight away go for the traditional armors, into Radiant armors, or are they going to go for the anti-heal? Looks like anti-heal first for Shark, which is probably a good choice. Not to mention that Nats is just, just eating it.
Yeah. He doesn't really need to do too much. I mean, he already locked in that Oracle.
Uh-oh, this might be more than he can chew. Without the broken walls, able to find a different angle, but Daytona's welcome going through a Guiding Wind as well. He still flickers out of the air, almost survives, but 33 now trying to extend this lead even further as they pull themselves back here. Shark able to slow them down for just a little bit.
Okay, so he's not that tanky just yet, right? And it was also a good use that time in the Daytona's welcome. I almost thought that might backfire, though, because it might have bought them enough time for that rotation for Alpha 7 to join, but luckily for KOG it didn't. They're able to go ahead and capitalize a kill off that. They're keeping things even. You know, across the board, even though they've lost 2 objectives, those turtles have gone to Alpha 7, they're still allowing the proper members to go ahead and get farmed up, get what they need to do, and then hopefully they can contest in this next one. You can see they're going to go ahead and secure that orange buff. They've already got vision around there. They're going to go ahead and try to contest this again on broken walls. They can pull it towards that backside if they want to. But we'll see. BP1 is still on that bottom side with Naz. Shark is up here. He's going to go ahead and spot this out, give that information. But here's the rotation. We'll see if KOG is able to secure an objective here.
They're going to take their time. In terms of the wave, it's pretty neutral on top and bottom side. It's an honest 50-50 here, but the control is for A7 on that mid side. And it's best player one who steals it away. He's trying to get on out of here, but the Guiding Winds, unfortunately, not going to get Nile out of there. And now Shark in the back ends up dying to 33s. He's trying to cut the front line and back line in half. He's able to catch them, and finally, this might be their moment. Gush comes through. He's gotten one. 33's out of there. Payen looking to clean anybody up, but there's just too much mobility. And now Nats, he's thinking about going further. The projectile hits, but he just doesn't have enough life. He just wants to keep his eyes open, and they want to take mid-tier 1, and they get it.
Oh, very clean team fight from Alpha 7. Great take with the retribution from Best Player 1 on there, and Palo, I think that was a kill. Let's take a look. Okay, no, Payen's still alive. He survived that. He'll get back to base, but that's that instant replay here. Nile goes down in this, and then they try to disengage here. It was a good attempt, but Cold World held onto this Mystic Gush, which came in clutch here, bringing them low enough for them to capitalize on this. But Payen, you can see this. He's got damage already.
Yep.
Give him some more time. KOG might be able to go ahead and win out those fights if they're able to get the right targets down.
I think if we pull up the item list, I'm pretty sure that Payen might have... wait, hold on. Let's have a quick look here. Almost there. Oh, he's already moving towards getting on to that Holy Crystal early on. We've seen a couple of teams actually do this of getting half the component here for the Feather of Heaven, and then making sure you get the entire damage from the Holy Crystal before completing your last item.
Yeah, which is kind of crazy that he's already able to go ahead and pump out that much damage with basically a Starlium Scythe, right? And as you kind of get to this point in the game, KOG...
No, he did it outside of the bush. They all saw him.
They saw him, man. You're a huge dinosaur. You can't hide like that.
I've never seen a dinosaur exhibitionist ever, but this might just be a first for everybody. Hey, don't worry about it. We now finally get the tank shredding items. Wishing Lantern already purchased by Cold World. A very valuable item here, especially since the Guardian Helmet purchase from KZen.
Okay, Lord is up. They know that they're on that bottom side, so KOG, they're going to take the risk. They're just going to try to blitz the Lord.
Oh, here comes BP1. He's going to try his best. Guiding Wind's going to come through. Oh, no, the Traceless might be good enough, but somehow Nile is able to secure it. KZen ends up losing his life. How did Nile get that? How did Nile take the Lord?
Hey, maybe one of the Wisps came out clutch for that one. They do get the Lord. KOG still has 4 members. They've got plenty of Purifies too. Oh, they're going to jump in, 33.
Okay, 33 right on top of Cold World at this point, and as long as he gets... Oh, he gets pulled in by Zia, gets hit by the Mystic Gush. The Gleam is in the wrong direction. It's now Payen. Tries to clean up the 2 members, holding 33 down. Now in some trouble, Nile gets topped up with the help of Payen, and as well as the Flask at the Oasis. Not a bad fight there, actually.
Not a bad fight. It was just seconds off for them to have crucial ultimates for the re-engage there. Cold World, once he landed that stun, he just got the Mystic Gush. Same thing, best player popped the Mountain Shocker, but still, KOG comes out with a pick. They got the Lord. They'll take out some turrets. This is great for them to start getting some momentum in their favor. Alpha 7 has pretty much controlled a lot of these little moments around the objectives. Well, now KOG can turn it around. They've got potential to go ahead and let Payan now pump out this damage, get to where he needs to be. He's going to slowly crawl up this damage dealt ranking you see here because he's enabled now. So Lord will eventually go down as they did a little bit of damage to this top turret. They do take out the tier 2. So Alpha 7, that 2-ish thousand gold lead that they had has been pretty much taken care of. But KOG in a really good position now.
Yep. 10 minutes into this game, and now in a much better position in terms of their raw gold. Compared to game number 1, which was a lot slower, we were like at 29, 28. Here, we're already at 32, 31. Already showing how much more action it is and how much more gold efficient both junglers have decided to be this game.
It's really interesting that the Barretts is working the way it is, you know? I mean, part of it is not even so much these crazy Daytona welcome setups, it's just also how tanky he is and the threat of the missiles and everything else. Looking at the gold distribution here between the two junglers, you know, it's nothing too crazy. You expect the YSS to be a little bit higher, just in terms of the speed and the farming he's able to go ahead and do. And that's definitely something that has worked for Alpha 7, but nonetheless, KOG has done a phenomenal job at keeping things in tow. And now they've got control. This is where we start to see the strength, I feel like, too, of having a Matilda help you rotate in different areas around the map that you essentially wouldn't have if you didn't have the Matilda.
Yeah, and I think it gives a lot of security for KZN to be like, I don't mind dying, because there's always the possibility I could be able to get on out of here at any moment. And if I still do die, that's fine. 33 is doing a great job. Payan, he's 0-4, so he's not dead yet. Zed's in a good position too. Like, things are falling into place.
For KOG at this point, when this Lord comes up, because that's essentially where we're going to see this all clash through, is number 1, relying on your Purifies for that setup that Shark, you know, again, we talked about how consistent Shark has been throughout the wild card so far. He can still do the same thing on this Atlas. It was priority pick on the blue side for them now twice in a row. And there's just, it's more for KOG being mindful of all the crowd control that can come through, and then dealing with Naz and not getting tunnel visioned on Navs, zoning them out. Because that's what he did in the early part of the game. But now they have enough defensibility that they can deal with this. So they're all just crowding up around here to go ahead and start this Lord dance up.
Yeah, I like this a lot. You can see that A7, they instantly adjust. I love this, I love this. They're making sure they have mid-prio, forcing KOG, who are currently just trying to make sure that this Harith can pick up the farm, top side, mid, wherever he needs to. The rest of the team is looking to position themselves at intersection points so they can't get into the back line.
Okay, let's see this. Again, wings picked up here by Niles. Got a little bit more movement speed to work with. Payan gets a Divine Glaive. Noah's picked up by Cold World too. This is a very important Lord for both sides. Mount Shocker used half health on this Lord.
Oh, they get right on top of BP1. And more importantly, the Daytona's welcome connects! Payan now goes in hard! Zavenfort's already through. Shock the next to fall. Here's the Fatal Links comes down. Doesn't matter when you've got that Purify. This fight is done for. They turn back and they need to secure this right now.
Oh, great move. Great play from KOG. We talked about how much of a threat the Matilda and the Barretts will be at this point in the game, and we saw it just happen there. Best player 1 had nowhere to go. And when you can make a move that quick and literally a snap of the finger, that's the strength of KOG's lineup.
Oh, super dangerous. Just super dangerous. Any little mistakes could cost you so much here. I wasn't expecting the draft to turn up in this particular way, but considering everything that has happened, I take my words back. Maybe Barats could be the way to make this work, and you said it yourself. Inevitably, he's going to get the jungler on the enemy side.
It's not about how many Daytona welcomes you take.
It's about how many that hit.
It's about how many that hit, right? And at this point, KZN happy to go ahead and take up a ton of this damage. You know, even because he got the Guardian Helm earlier, he's got enough magic resistance, physical defense as well. He can take those shots, just heal it back up and get out of dodge if he has to with the Guiding Wind. So Alpha 7 trying to stop the bleeding on their side right now as they have to deal with this Lord. They cleared out some of these lanes. But KOG do they have the potential to actually just force a fight? I think that's one of the biggest things here.
Honestly, they probably shouldn't. Ideally, they don't, because A7 want KOG to actually come into them rather than the other way around. I feel like if KOG need to try anything, it's with 33, and then afterwards, nobody else, right? 33 and now should try something. If nothing happens, that's fine. They can at least get out.
I think KOG is more comfortable just waiting to go ahead and fight around the Lord. I think throwing 33 maybe forward like we've seen might be a little bit too risky. They don't want to lose 33 on this Alice because just like previously, it was so good in the hands of Navs for Alpha 7, and right now it's 33 shining through this, doing the same thing, just kind of sticking to that front line or just pushing off Shark from even getting some of the vision that he wants to. So KOG with the upper hand, and you know, the sleeper of this, the whole concept of having a Harith again slowly build up. Earlier he was 0-0-4, now he's got a kill, but it's more so of the amount of damage that Pan is dealing out that is, I think, keeping Alpha 7 in their tracks.
Yeah. Also, Kaizen is starting to lose his stacks. There's kind of nothing to hit. He's getting a little smaller.
Getting smaller.
He's getting real small here unless he gets into combat. And finally he's maintaining it. He's get back out. That's a scary thing right now, especially in the late game where you're like, you do so much damage to the jungle creeps that you can't just hold it in place to maintain the stacks anymore. So you got to go up into the waves.
Yeah, you can see this, you know, I think in their case, KOG happy to play. Even if Kaizen doesn't have max stacks, like he's still essentially got to get out of jail free card. Oh,
good
Shark.
Daytona's welcome. As a response to the Fatal Links from Shark, anti-CC can't do much about it. They back away, and now they know Fatal Links is out of the question. Turtle Boat is also out of the question as well.
This should just be a Lord for them. Yeah, I mean, they see Zia at the bottom. I don't see them really contesting this. I think Alpha 7 might just choose to wait to defend, but they are crowding around this.
Oh no, BP1, he shows himself, and unfortunately Colwell makes an attempt onto 33 slide Payen. Now takes the Lord, they've got no resources left. A7 need to start running here, and now the flicker forward catches 3. Too easy for 33 as Payen fights BP1. They get the initial pull coming in from Zia's side, but he pulled it in. 33, the one person he didn't want to stop, and now Nats, he tried his best, but now recurring. Walking back, they lose one member in that full fight.
That could have been way worse for Alpha 7. They only lost best player 1, but I was thinking at least 3 were going down in that exchange. KOG able to make it happen. Again, there's just so many shields, so much utility and speed to work with.
Oh my
Alpha
goodness.
7.
Wait, the fat flank here. Does he have the Fatal Links? Yes, he does. Shark, there's an opportunity here. Payen does not have his Purify. At any moment, they could unleash. They're waiting for BP1 to come back up. They're willing to sacrifice this inhibitor. And you can see the engagement coming off the 33. The attempt is made. Shark is coming. Payen in trouble. Flickering forward. Fatal Links onto 3 once again. BP a little short on the Turtle Boat, but it's good enough. The damage from Payen is just too much. Kaizen finally falls, but it's still a 3-for-1 trade. And KOG bring it to game number 3.
The idea was there from Shark and the